Forget everything you thought you knew about the Apple Foldable iPhone. The name we have all been using is completely wrong. The external design is weirdly genius, and it looks like they finally figured out the absolute holy grail of smartphone screens. I just spent the entire morning digging through the latest round of supply chain leaks, and honestly, the sheer panic this device is going to cause over at Samsung headquarters is going to be absolutely hilarious to watch. This is not just another iPhone that bends in half. Apple is secretly building a completely different beast behind closed doors, and it is officially being called the iPhone Ultra. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So, I was digging through the supply chain leaks, and I realized I had to jump on the mic right now to talk about this with you guys. For years, literally years, we have all been calling this mythical device the iPhone Fold, just assuming Apple would happily copy the homework of the Galaxy Z Fold and slap an Apple logo on the back. But nope, according to McCrumers, we are dropping the word fold completely from our vocabulary. From here on out, we are talking about the iPhone Ultra. And guys, the hardware specs backing up this massive Ultra name change are actually insane. Now, before we get into the crazy internal hardware, let us talk about when you can actually hold this piece of tech in your own hands. There were all these wild rumors floating around the internet lately saying Apple engineering panicked, and that the entire foldable project was pushed back to December 2026 or even scrapped completely until late 2027. But the newest supply chain intel confirms we are still firmly locked in for a September 2026 announcement. We might see a slight delay in the actual shipping date. Maybe it hits store shelves 2 or 3 weeks after the main September event instead of the usual 10 days. But it is definitely coming on schedule. So why the massive wait, right? Why let Android devices have all the fun for almost half a decade? 2 words: the crease. Apple's top brass basically refused to release a premium phone with that ugly ditch running down the middle of the screen. But it looks like they finally beat the laws of physics. Industry leakers are reporting that Apple, working directly alongside Samsung's display manufacturing division, engineered a brand new, highly classified type of glue for the actual assembly process. This special glue, combined with a much tougher internal glass composition, means the folding screen is practically bulletproof compared to the fragile foldables we have on the market today. They managed to create a completely flat, creaseless display. Android fanboys are going to hate admitting it, but Apple waited until they could make the screen completely perfect. But here's where things get super interesting, and honestly, a little bit controversial for some users. Let us talk about the specific screen sizes. Apple is making a massive psychological play here. The outside screen on the new iPhone Ultra is reportedly going to be just 5.3 inches. Think about that for a second. We are all so used to giant 6.9-inch screens on the current Pro Max phones. 5.3 inches is almost tiny. It is actually smaller than the screen on the ancient iPhone 8 Plus. But why? Why make the front screen so ridiculously small? Well, it is entirely on purpose. Apple actually wants you to feel a little bit cramped on that outside screen, so you are subconsciously forced to snap the phone open and use the massive 7.8-inch inside display. They are conditioning you to use the foldable the exact way it was meant to be used. And when you do finally open it up, you get this gorgeous 4:3 aspect ratio. It is more of a square shape than a tall, skinny rectangle, which is absolutely perfect for reading books, playing games, and doing actual split-screen multitasking. To run a massive square display like that, without the battery completely dying by noon, Apple is packing this thing with the absolute biggest battery in iPhone history. We are talking massive capacity. Leaks are pointing somewhere between 5,400 and 5,800 milliamp hours. To put that insane number in perspective, the current heavy-hitting flagships barely crossed the 5,000 mark. Combine that giant physical battery with the upcoming A20 Pro chip, which is reportedly being built on an ultra-efficient 2nm process, and the all-day battery life on this Ultra is going to be completely ridiculous. Plus, they are tossing in a brand new C2 or C2X communication chip to give us wildly upgraded 5G satellite connectivity. The competition has to be sweating bullets right now, because Apple is basically solving the terrible battery life issue that plagues almost every single folding phone currently sitting on store shelves. Okay, let us talk about your daily security and the actual cameras, because there is a massive shocker hiding in the blueprints here. You can go ahead and kiss Face ID goodbye. Yeah, you heard me correctly. Putting Face ID on a foldable device means you need all those expensive biometric sensors duplicated on both the outside screen and the inside screen. Apple looked at that and said, nope, that is way too expensive and takes up way too much premium space. Instead, we are getting the glorious return of Touch ID, but it will not be hidden under the glass. It is going to be baked right into the physical power button on the side of the frame, exactly like they currently do it on the iPad Air and the iPad Mini. Honestly, I kind of love this decision. You can unlock the phone easily, whether it is closed in your pocket or sitting fully open flat on your office desk. As for the back of the phone, do not expect a crazy huge camera bump. Leaks confidently point to a dual 48-megapixel setup, just a main wide lens and an ultra-wide lens. Sadly, there is absolutely no telephoto zoom lens, which is honestly kind of a bummer for a phone carrying the Ultra name, but they had to save physical space somewhere inside the chassis. So, you get 4 cameras total on the entire device. Alright, so we have a completely creaseless screen, a giant record-breaking battery, crazy fast 2nm chips, and a brand new wider form factor. Now for the truly painful part, the price tag. Start saving your pennies right now, because the base model iPhone Ultra with 256 gigs of internal storage is going to start right around $2,000. And if you're a massive power user who wants to max this baby out to the full 2 terabytes, you are looking at a heart-stopping $2,800. Yeah, it is a tremendous amount of money, but you have to remember you're basically buying an ultra-premium flagship phone and an iPad mini permanently glued together. So, after seeing all these crazy new hardware specs in the new Ultra naming scheme, I have to know what you guys genuinely think. Is that $2,000 starting price completely insane? Or is that exactly what you expected for Apple's very first foldable attempt? Drop down in the comments and let me know all your thoughts right now. And hey, if you found this deep dive helpful and want to stay ahead of the curve on all things tech, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you do not miss the very next leak. I will catch you guys in the next video.